Now, I'm sorry we're doing this about 14 hours later than what I really wanted to, but I just needed more time to think about these rankings. We had an exciting week of college football this past weekend, and if you think about it, I needed more time to process my top 10. So let's kind of start off with the obvious. At number 1, I put the Alabama Crimson Tide, and they had an impressive 56-0 victory against Mercer this weekend, so let's give them a round of applause. Number 2, I still have the Clemson Tigers number 2, with an impressive 62-3 victory over the Citadel on Senior Day, so let's give them a round of applause as well. Number 3, I put the Oklahoma Sooners. Really impressive victory over Kansas. Let's give them a round of applause. And Kansas is a really tough opponent in the Big 12. In basketball, but this is football we're talking about, so Oklahoma's victory, really, it's what we really expected. Now let's work our way down. We got the top 3. Let's work from 10 to 6. That way I can put some suspense in for 4 and 5, because really there's still some suspense. Number 10, I have the USC Trojans. I know the committee's going to put Penn State, but why does it really matter? I put USC at 10 because they're going to have something to play for. Penn State isn't. Pretty simple as that. I put Notre Dame at 9. Really an escape against, in a way, a come-from-behind victory against Navy, because they were trailing in the second half of that one. So Notre Dame at number 9. Number 8, I brought up the Buckeyes 1 spot to number 8. Because Ohio State's got something to play for. If they can win out, they have a shot. They have an argument to get the college football playoff, despite 2 blowout losses against Oklahoma and Iowa. Number 7, I put Georgia, and I moved Auburn up to number 6. I feel like that was the one mistake I probably could have had this week, because you could really argue, though. But like for me, I feel like a 1-loss team shouldn't be ranked behind a 2-loss team. That's just my personal take. Because I feel like, even though I think Auburn's the best 2-loss team in college football, Georgia still has a better schedule than Auburn does, in my opinion. Because Auburn's really big victory this year so far has been against Georgia. But I think if Auburn wins out, I think they should have no problem getting into the college football playoff, despite being a 2-loss team. Now, at 4 or 5, is it the Hurricanes or is it the Badgers? Did I keep the Hurricanes number 4, or did the Badgers win over my heart in my rankings this week? The answer to that question is no. Miami is at number 4, Wisconsin at number 5. But really, it doesn't matter, though, because Wisconsin has beaten 2 ranked opponents in a row, and they're going to get a 3rd one next week in Ohio State, the Big Ten championship game. But here's what we're all forgetting. Their victory against Northwestern is getting better and better every single week, because Northwestern right now is ranked number 23 in the polls. So really, Wisconsin has signature victories over a ranked Iowa, a ranked Michigan, and now a ranked Northwestern. So they've got 3 convincing victories right now in the Big Ten. And if they can take care of business, they'll make the college football playoff. But just in case, here's what you really want to root for if you're a Wisconsin fan or player or coach or whatever. You want Miami to win the ACC championship game over Clemson, because they beat Clemson that ACC title game. Clemson will have 2 losses. You're also going to want to root for Alabama to win the SEC. So Alabama wins out, Alabama's automatically locked in. Oklahoma wins out, they'll be locked in. Then Miami wins out, they'll be locked in. And then if Wisconsin finishes off the undefeated 13-0, they will be in as that 4th team. So really, it shouldn't really be even an argument if we get down to there. So we don't really need a committee. Because if Alabama wins out, lock. Oklahoma wins out, lock. Clemson/Miami wins out, lock. Wisconsin wins out, it's going to be a lock. So really, we don't need a committee. We don't need a committee in this scenario. We don't need an argument. Just like we've had the last 2 years. The first year we had a really even argument. It was a debate between TCU, Baylor, and Ohio State. In the second year, it was pretty flat and simple. Clemson, Alabama, Michigan State, and Oklahoma were the locks. There was really no questions behind it. Last year, there really wasn't a debate either, because Washington only had 1 loss. Although people would have argued with Penn State last year, but the thing is, Penn State should have beaten Pittsburgh last year. If that was the case, Penn State would have been in. But anyway, I'll leave it at that. For those of you keeping score at home, I have my top 10 was, the top 4 was Alabama, Clemson, Oklahoma, Miami, all the same this week. Wisconsin, Auburn, Georgia, Ohio State, Notre Dame, USC rounded out the top 10. What an exciting week of college football we had. It was just so exciting. We'll talk my week 13 picks either later today or tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. We'll be back on Tuesday, definitely for the new rankings reaction. We'll go over some more scenarios. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. Like and share this video with your friends. Also subscribe to the channel. I will see you next time. Have a good day, everyone.